Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. Soft Glam is trending at the moment, and for me, my understanding of Soft Glam is that 90s supermodel makeup where it's very monochromatic, very monotone, at the same time it's sultry. So I am going to try and attempt that. We are going to start off with my face. I'm going to use the ordinary silicone primer. Honestly, this primer just won't finish at all. Back in the 90s, they're not very big in highlighting and all that jazz. It's all about the matte face. So I will try to imitate that and do a little highlighting as possible. And for foundation today, I'm going to use the Fresh and Flawless foundation from Australis because it has an SPF of 15 and it will give us a good coverage without making it feel heavy. I need a little bit of coverage, so I'm going to put a little bit of this Maybelline Superstay full coverage foundation on the areas that I wanted to cover. Also, this foundation is a teeny tiny bit lighter than my actual skin tone, which makes it blend more when I apply bronzer. For concealer today, I am going to use the Australis Fresh and Flawless Concealer. This is again my favorite concealer because it gives a nice coverage at the same time. It doesn't feel heavy on my eyes and it brightens my foundation as well. I'm going to use my Bare Minerals powder. This has an SPF of 15, which is perfect for today because after this I need to go to post shop and it's quite sunny today. Also, what I've noticed about the soft glam trend currently is that back in the 90s, I find that everything is matte, but because of the evolution of makeup, people are starting to incorporate a little bit of glow, but it's not too much. So it's more of a subtle glow as opposed to extreme highlight glow, which I'm into. And also, I love the hourglass ambient lighting powders for that. For bronzer, I'm not going to use blush, so I will just my bronzer to act as a blush and bronzer as well. So I have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deepest, and I will do a little bit of contouring just for that cheekbone definition. But the rest will have to be this bronzer. And for the rest of my face, I am going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. And I like to mix these two shades right here because it's that neutral shade that is perfect for creating a shadow. I might add a little bit of blush because I feel like my face is looking a little bit sad. So I'm going to mix in this blush shade and this bronzer shade from the CoverGirl True Blend palette. Just a little bit. I have this Soft Glam from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is what we're going to use today. I recently just purchased this eyeshadow palette, that's why it's still looking brand new. I'm going to start off with the shade Rustic, which is that one right there. And pop that all over the crease. And since I want a little bit of depth, I'm going to move on and use the shade called Cypress Amber, which is that one right there. And focus that on the inner part, on the outer V. I want it to be more of a wash of color. And for the lower lash line, I am going to go ahead and use Cypress Amber, which is the darker shade. And just apply that onto. And I'm going to pick up the Cypress Amber with a smaller brush and just focus that on the outer V of the lower lash line. And then I am going to use Noir, which is the black shade, and I will create a line on the upper lash line and slowly drag that inwards. To elongate the eye a little bit more, so I'm going to do it on the other side. And for the inner corner highlight, I'll just pick up this shade called Tempera. It's a white shade, but it has a little bit of sheen to it. I might add a little bit of Dusty Rose, which is that one right there all over the lid. So what I'm going to do is I'll pick up the brush that we use, the Cypress Amber, and just run that over. So we have something there. And I'll just quickly tight line and apply my mascara. And for lip liner, I have this MAC lip pencil in Whirl. This is definitely a Soft Glam lip liner. For a more brown tone nude, I have this lipstick called Hug Me. And before we move on to the final look, I'll just put a little bit of the Hourglass ambient lighting. I'm going to use this shade right here and put that on top of my bronzer. So even though we don't have a highlight, we have that glow peeking through. And here is my final makeup look. This is my version of Soft Glam. I know that I absolutely wear this type of look on an everyday basis. I love a good cool tone eyeshadow because it complements my brown eyes very well. And also I like the subtle liner that I put. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!